Hey, what's up? It's Stacey Storino. Welcome back to my channel, the #1 place for entrepreneur moms with a digital presence in 2020. In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to give yourself, as a hardworking entrepreneur mom, a self-esteem boost. If you're someone who's always feeling like you're a day late and a dollar short, and no matter what you do and who you do it for, it's never enough, and or no matter how hard you work, this business thing of yours isn't more than just a glorified hobby and you're all down on yourself, well, then this video that's part of my 31-day 2020 Entrepreneur Mom Reboot series is just for you. So make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to get a real-world help that entrepreneur moms like you need to succeed with your business's presence online today. 2020 Entrepreneur Mom, let's get a self-esteem boost going for you, okay? Let's give you a plan to get yourself out of your head when it's a negative place so that you can turn your attitude around while keeping a healthy sense of self-esteem about you. Motherhood, it's the hardest job around. Entrepreneurship is the second hardest job around. You took on a lot. So in this video, let's get a plan in place to keep your head above water and your self-esteem intact, shall we? But if you want to get serious in 2020 and work your business like a business, because then it's more likely to pay you like a business, then you want to watch all of this series. Otherwise, if you treat your business like a hobby, it'll pay you like a hobby, if it even pays you or is profitable at all. So over the course of this 31-day series, I'll show you how to do everything from psych out self-sabotage to dealing with hardcore rejection. You'll learn how to get out of your comfort zone, and you'll also learn how to select a network, even from scratch, that won't just benefit you professionally, but personally too. If you missed the last video, you should watch it because I shared with you my favorite entrepreneur mom success trick of all time that'll work like a charm as long as you actually take advantage of it. And I even shared with you a stat that will remind you that it's okay to follow through after all, even when you're tempted to chicken out. So you'll want to check that video out. But here we're talking about how to maintain a healthy sense of self-esteem when you're working the twin tough tracks of motherhood and entrepreneurship simultaneously. I don't have to tell you how hard it is to get a business up off the ground when you've got piles of laundry, an overflowing dishwasher, babies that need changing, and a husband, let's say, who's complaining that you didn't pick up his dry cleaning or prescription or whatever. It's hard enough to be a great spouse and a great mom, and then you've taken on a business, and it's often hard to get all of the puzzle pieces to fit just right. So let's start off by acknowledging that. It's reality. It's reality for everyone on one level or another who's in your shoes. You're a good person doing the best that she can, and you're in good company. I'm there. My husband didn't complain about anything, but he's an entrepreneur too. So I'm lucky that way. You may or may not be lucky that way too. But still, what to do when the going gets tough and your self-esteem basically is the functional equivalent of a raging dumpster fire because you feel like your house isn't clean enough, your kids and partner aren't happy enough, and your business isn't successful enough. Isn't all that a reflection on you? Hold on, mama. Let's take this one step at a time. Not only did you take on not one, but two hard things to pull off, being a mother and being an entrepreneur. Well, wait, depending upon your circumstances, you've got three hard things to pull off because let's throw a relationship or marriage in there too. Now, you have to be a super partner or spouse on top of it all, so acknowledge that what you've got going on is challenging under the best of circumstances. And take a deep cleansing breath, count to 10, and let all of that breath out and try to calm down. Then I want you to remember that while you're carrying yourself around 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and therefore you're the center of your universe in a sense, you're not the center of the universe. Not everything is a direct reflection on you and or your worthiness as a spouse, a mother, a businesswoman, a human being really. So perhaps you shouldn't take direct ownership of every last thing that's going wrong, not going so well, isn't profitable, etc. Give yourself some credit and remember, for your own sake, your relationship's sake, and the sake of the child or children you're raising who need to look up to you as a positive example, you need to treat yourself and your life as noteworthy, meaningful, and important. If you don't do it, your kids won't do it for themselves once they're adults because they're modeling you consciously, subconsciously, or both, and that is sad. If you don't maintain a healthy sense of self-esteem, self-belief, and self-respect, over time, you're teaching your partner to treat you as less than because you're treating yourself as less than. Things may be tough right now, but I want you to stop vilifying yourself or being hard on yourself and instead transform yourself into the heroine of your own life story. There's an acronym that I swear by and use whenever I need to be kinder to myself, and it and the mindset needed to become the heroine in the story of your own life is the subject of a video that I did in this series that I think you should definitely watch next if need be. But I want you to ask yourself these questions and then really consider the full implications of your answers to the questions in terms of their impact on your life, your relationship with your partner, and the lives of your kids who will model you consciously, subconsciously, or both. First, how often do you treat yourself as a human being, first of all, as something special, as worthy of patience and understanding and even assistance, since no one person could do it all by themselves? Second, how likely is it that you treat your wants and your needs, both personally and professionally, as something that's important and valuable? Like, sure, you wanted a family and now you have one. You also wanted a business. What's the driving force behind that desire, and do you yourself treat that parallel desire as equally important? Third, do you discuss your mommy guilt, because we've all got it, with your partner, with a professional, with a support group? Some of the above? All of the above? Because seriously, if you don't vent out your stress, frustration, and guilt or doubt, well, it's a boil of negativity that has to be lanced, or you'll grow ill mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, and spiritually. Communication is the solution to so many problems, it's not even funny. Now, when it comes to one's self-esteem, it's critical to keep it healthy because, again, you do carry yourself around 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You don't want to marinate in misery, and you don't want to be a poisonous well that your family has to marinate in along with you either. So here's some additional advice besides what I've already shared with you in terms of, taking a moment, stopping, taking a deep breath, acknowledging the challenges you're bravely facing down, and talking to as many people as you need to so that you're in a better place. First, please engage in some self-care, even if it's calling in your dream team to take some of the burden off of you, listen to you, support you, provide you with guidance, some of the above, all of the above. And if you don't know what that is, I explain the concept and how you can have a dream team of your own no matter what in another video in this series. Make sure you're getting enough sleep, even if that means the house isn't as pristine and perfect as you want it to be as a result. Do what you can, given your facts and circumstances, to increase your energy and your focus while decreasing stress. If you focus on the need to handle those things more, you'll find a way to meet those needs, sometimes on your own, but just as often with the assistance of your partner and or your dream team too. I like this one. Don't just have a to-do list, have a done list where you celebrate what you actually got done during the day, week, and month, and always look to add to it, but also make sure that you take the time to take in that done list whenever you need a self-esteem turbo boost. Sure, you can have one list for both personal and professional accomplishments, a separate list for each, whatever works, just work it, mama. And make sure you return to your center as an entrepreneur mom, which means focus on your twin whys, your own personal why, or reason for living, of course, plus the why of the niche that you're trying to serve through the sale of your products, services, or both. Be compassionate with yourself and your partner and your kid or kids. Spread around that patience and compassion that you likely already have for them, and make sure you save some for yourself, okay? Plus, have an overall plan for your life that includes SMART goals that transform into plans by the time you're done setting them. That will give you a sense of direction, purpose, and passion. And if you're not 100% sure how to do that, be sure to check out the video in my series that covers that topic. That'll hopefully be a big help for you. Stop worrying about what other people think to a large degree, okay? Your family, yes, you're concerned about what they think, but anyone else, especially if they're not supportive, they're dark, they're gossipy, they're paranoid, they're a downer, ditch them fast and don't let them rent space in your head. Reclaim your integrity and remember, people can try to dump their trash on you, but you can always put up a lid so that you're not accepting it. The only way to find your self-esteem, or at least to protect it, is to surround yourself with the right people who are the right fit for you, personally, professionally, both. They have to understand and appreciate your desire to be both a mom and an entrepreneur, and they need to support that desire, which brings me back to my dream team concept and why having one is so important. So again, check that video out. But to have a healthy sense of self-esteem as an entrepreneur mom, you need to face your fears too. If you don't, you'll stay stuck in your comfort zone, and while you might feel safer up front, on some level you'll know you're playing small and that you've fallen out of integrity with yourself, which will lead to your self-esteem taking a hit. And you're in a vicious cycle of pacing, perseverating, and going nowhere fast. There's a video in this series that talks about how to deal with rejection and the fear you have attached to rejection that actually contains a formula that might just turn the tide for you. So again, be sure to check that video out too. What I want you to come away from this video with is that you must increase your self-esteem as someone who's balancing the roles of motherhood and entrepreneurship. You deserve to live in harmony with your why, which will definitely satisfy you on a personal level as an individual and as a mom, as well as on a professional level. You have to be the heroine in the story of your own life, but you don't have to be the lone heroine. So yes, treat yourself better, but also insist that others treat you better too, or they're gone. You teach others how to treat you. So if someone needs an education, give it to them. And if they flunk your course, bye-bye. The more you respect yourself and stand up for yourself, the better over time your self-esteem should become. You get better at doing the thing by doing the thing, I always say. So you'll get better at having a healthy self-esteem the more you acknowledge the need for it. Focus on improving it and insisting that others respect you and what you want to do in life. Now, make sure you hit that notification bell because in the next video of this series, I'll share with you how to rebrand yourself so that you're someone who comes across as both a successful mom and a successful businesswoman, no matter who you come across. You never get a second chance to make a first impression, so you don't want to miss that video. So if you're interested in learning about all of that, make sure you hit that notification bell so that you can follow along with that video and the entire series. In the meantime, make sure you check out these two awesome videos as well. I talk a lot about social media, content marketing, entrepreneurship for moms who have to juggle home and business, online marketing, so many different topics. So make sure you're also checking out these two videos as well. And also, if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel a lot when you do this. So I'd highly appreciate it. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.